Come on, Craig.
I'll just put Craig.
There's so many of them.
Don't worry about it. Smith, Stokes, Barnes, Carr, Perry, Harding, Shumaki. Boy Clark, 6'4", 98 kgs as a centre. Clark is he'll be that tough farmer. Elbows and knees. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
Cheers, Craig. Have fun, mate.
Have fun.
Cheers.
Fist 15 rugby is you can't really beat it in terms of passion.
Now with a couple of left-hand fans, the captain.
Absolutely brilliant!
That lovely ball out in front. Look at that fence. What a history and what a tradition.
After gearing, quick hands and Parker, he goes for the corner.
The bounce is going to be a good one for St Andrews College.
What am I supposed to do?
Shows pace hill.
Gilbert trying to get on the outside of Fagan. Look at that's a good run.
Sometimes you like somebody.
This time, White Thucky, has he got the pace? He's got his head back.
Something new. Then we make up like wasn't happening. But this time, don't.
Good afternoon and welcome to Land Rover First 15 Rugby. We are at Timaru. It is the home side. Timaru Boys High taking on their neighbours from up in Christchurch, St Andrews College, and I'm joined by former All Black Israel Dagan. Izzy, first of all, welcome to Timaru, my hometown.
It's hometown for you, Craig. It's great to be here. What a cracking day, and it doesn't get any bigger than this. STAC v Timaru Boys.
Well, tell us your memories of First 15 Rugby, your time at school.
Oh, that's where the dreams are made. You know, you're playing for all your good mates. You're running out at your home fields, playing in these big matches. You know, there's a lot at stake tonight, and I just loved it. It was great fun.
It certainly is, and when you look at it, we'll have a look at the conditions first and foremost, because we are getting into the middle of winter. The good news is it's just going to be cloudy. It's overcast at the moment, just 11 degrees, and the important thing is there's a sou'wester, but it's only 8 kilometres per hour, so it doesn't really matter when it comes to which way you're going to be playing. There's a good crowd starting to build up. It is a shared inter-score, which means some of the Timaru Boys teams have gone up to St Andrews and others have come down here, but let's have a look at the team lists and we'll catch up with the St Andrews side too. And I can tell you, keep an eye out for the centre, number 13, and Clark. This is a big ball runner. He weighs in at 98 kgs and he's 6'4", and if Sulmaki gets the ball, his thighs are huge, so they are dangerous, but it's the boys up front who need to do their work. And as always, when it comes to rugby, the bench is so important. Just the 22 players named in this level of rugby. Well, the tough thing is for St Andrews, their captain is injured and he's not able to play today. He caught up with Israel Dag.
Joined by Charlie. He's just suffered a wee injury, grade 2 injury. How's the preparation been this week, bud?
Yeah, very good. The boys had some great clarity work, so now it's time just to execute that on the field. But yeah, it's been 8 days off, so the boys physically are really ready and getting eager to get on the field. So yeah, it's been good.
So what do we expect from the lads today? How are they going to play?
Hopefully physical and up front. We know Timaru have a big forward pack, so really going to bring it to them and then play them out wide. We've got speedy backs, so hopefully we get round them and yeah, just adjust and fight for that. But yeah, we're good.
All best with your injury, bud, and good luck tonight.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Yes, never easy when it comes to being injured. Let's have a look at this Timaru Boys lineup, and they are also a side that likes to use the ball. They have got plenty of power up front. Pudney, Lensley and Jensen. That's a big front row who would like to give the backs the opportunity to be able to use the ball And like St Andrews, they will rely on their reserve bench and plenty of pace in the back three, and some big boys to come on and replace the front row as well. And Israel Dowd caught up their captain a bit earlier today.
Georgie, great rivalry between you and STAC College. How's the preparation been?
It's been good. We come off our first win last weekend. The boys have been preparing pretty well. They always look forward to this exchange, and being on TV, they're even more excited about that. So, yeah, should be good.
Awesome. Well, yeah, back home, but what do we expect to see from the Lands today? Playing a bit of expansive rugby?
Yeah, we'll be looking to go wide as we don't have the biggest pack in STAC, probably one of the biggest packs in the comp, so we'll be looking to tie them out and go wide, and yeah.
Go well, brother.
Always good to hear from a Timaru Boys High student. Always well spoken to, Israel.
Yeah, it's great to see the lads. The captains are upbeat. Obviously, Charlie had a wee injury, so he's be gutted not to be out there today, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, certainly had a good crowd starting to turn up too, and Timaru Boys' second 15 have just been playing over in the number 2 ground against St Andrews College, so they're doing a guard of honour, getting ready for the teams to come out. And it is St Andrews who is led by the stand-in skipper, Dominic Clark. And you always look at the caps on the top of the head about how much experience, and you can see with St Andrews there are plenty of them, Israel, so that means they've got players that are used to this experience.
Plenty of experience up front from the lads, so they'll be looking to use those guys.
Good looking size centre, Dominic Clark, and a big front row. Sexton, Togger and Calder all weighing over 100 kgs. And now the home side. The banner is there, and the traditional white for Timaru Boys High, the lion. Again, a mix of experience and also youth in this first 15, as there always is in these teams. And there'll be the traditional harkers. The good old white Israel stands out.
Yeah, won't get very dirty on this nice field today. It's a cracker out there. Look at it.
It is excellent conditions. Plenty of grass. The weather's been brilliant down in the deep south for the last couple of months. A bit colder last week with the southerly, but the good news is today there is no breeze. Right, let's stand by. This is the time where the hairs on the neck start to stand up, Israel.
Oh, I love this. Haka. St Andrews is going to do the Ohato Anuru Haka, 100 years old school tradition. Wow, this just gave me goosebumps. How good school rugby.
Yeah, plenty of emotion. Darian Dysett leading it for Timaru Boys High School. Dominic Clark, the captain for St Andrews. And the key part now is bringing themselves back down, Israel. The emotion of doing the haka.
Thank you.
You've still got to be able to play footy.
Yep, so they'll be going back to the huddle, having a little sip on the H2O and reassessing, and it's getting the first process of just taking the kick off and getting recessed.
Chris Paul, the referee. Steve Turnbull and Mike O'Brien are the ARs. These two teams have matched up against each other 85 times. It is a traditional inter-school between Timaru Boys and St Andrews, as well as round 5 of the UC Championship. St Andrews College unbeaten so far this year, 5 from 5, and Timaru Boys won their last game against St Thomas's after having a tough start against some of the toughest schools in the UC Championship. But so far, 85 times they've played, 47 wins to Timaru Boys, 37 to St Andrews, and 1 draw, which may surprise. And it certainly did surprise me, Israel, that Timaru Boys is leading the stakes.
They are, Craig, and back in your day, you get a win over the STAC boys? Or
yeah, no, we added to the St Andrews column a couple of times for the wins for them.
Nice, mate, nice.
Here we go, getting ready to get underway. It is Land Rover, first 15 rugby. Taken in nicely by St Andrews College. Looking to use the ball straight away. They've got some big ball runners. They've got the overlap on the outside. There's an opportunity. Sumaki, here he is, the big left winger. He's got plenty of pace. He's got plenty of power. And what a brilliant start by St Andrews College.
Wow, what a start, Craig. Oh, no, off the kickoff just went wide straight away. That's what the skipper spoke about out for the game. So, look at his quads. This is Lily Salmaki. How good.
Well, he's got the ball, but what a great start. Just the beautiful skip play, wide passing. They broke the defensive line, and then it was just hands, Israel, but also pace.
Just basics done well, Craig. You know, simple draw and pass, running straight, square lines. That's all you need in this game of footy.
And the finish to boot. You're right, it was just that lovely catch and pass, lovely straight lines too by the midfield.
Off the wrong foot from the big man out wide. How good. That's great skills from the big man.
Well, the conditions are perfect, and we are going to be entertained. If the start is anything to go by, it just shows how important it is to get the kick-off contested or look to kick deep. And Ben Innes gets an opportunity. He did a lot of practice in warm-ups, and then he was hitting it nicely as well. You're watching him closely.
Yeah, he was striking the ball pretty nicely, but there's not a breath of wind out there, so it's great conditions for a kicker.
Just a short run-up. Oh, there you go. Maybe lost all the good ones in warm-up.
We spoke too soon, Craig.
We did. We put the jinx on him, but I tell you what a start by this man, Sumaki. He is from Tonga, year 12, but yet second year in the first 15. And what a big future if that's anything to go by. This time underway again. Can they contest? Timaru Boys taken in nicely by St Andrews College. Will we see the same move again? I think we're going to. It's taken into the midfield. Good defensive play there. Good read. by McKinlay for Timaru boys. Now the exit play back to Harding. Opportunity now for Timaru boys with the ball in hand. It's their left winger Cameron who takes it into contact. Robertson there, and now the big boys. Lensley with a hit up, but good defence. Barnes, the number 6 for St Andrews. Now the number 8, Latu, 102 kgs, but again, lovely defensive work by St Andrews College. Couldn't quite get out of the wood. Gone quickly. Timaru boys want to play at pace. Robertson makes a break. He's going to take them on, and he does well. In support is the open side Brown, like all good number 7s. Robinson. The second run by Lensley, the hooker, and the headgear. Quick ball. Cordell Hull with the number 10 on today. Excellent continuity by Timaru boys. Hit up by the second 5, McKinlay. And a little knock on, but excellent play by Timaru boys. They're wanting to play the game at pace.
They'll get great confidence from there. They're building pressure, building phases, you know, wanting to play quick, run that big, you know, forward pack of St Andrews around. So the halfback, quick tap here.
Well, that's what they talked about in the interview, wasn't it, with you? But they needed to be able to run the big forwards around by St Andrews College. Just a mistake, but they were able to hold on to continuity. Beautiful conditions, sun coming out now too. This is Timaru at its best, is he?
How good, it's looking great out there. Great conditions for running rugby, and that's what we've seen it so far.
They don't always play up here at Alpine Energy Stadium. They play down on the school ground. Just the major interschools up here. Off the back, number 8 to the halfback, Parry, who then gives it to his right winger this time. Waghorn, chip and chase, an opportunity, gets the bounce. What another stunner by St Andrews College.
That was freakish, end to end. Harry Waghorn, take a bow, bud.
Absolutely brilliant. From coast to coast for both tries, and Timaru boys after holding on to it. Harry Waghorn, late addition to the side, he had room. And then something you'd appreciate is he the chip and chase. He got the spin, hit the back of the ball into the hands.
Oh, when it's going your way, it goes your way. But what I love about that, the forward pack set the platform up, great set piece, and then they just seen the space on the right. Harry Waghorn, take a bow, bud.
Wonderful try, and the conversion will be an easy one from in front, and this time straight down the middle. So Timaru boys, after probably dominating possession and territory through having that quick penalty, look up on the scoreboard and they're 12-0 down.
Yeah, that's a big dent to the confidence, but they'll be right. They'll get back into it.
Knock on, and that'll be offside.
Knock on, offside.
Hogarth knocked it on. I think it was straight into the hands again. Gone quickly by Timaru boys. They are wanting to play the game at pace. Brown playing into their advantage for not being back 10. Muscling it up for the Timaru boys forwards. Davidson, and they're doing some hard work. The lock now released to the back line. Quick ball. He likes to run. Robertson, the halfback, this time upended. They need a halfback, new Timaru boys. They're going back. I'd say they'll go quickly again.
No hold. 10 metres.
Number 8, Latu. 102 kgs. Year 12, second year in the first 15 for Timaru boys. Nicknamed Superman, is he?
Must be about to do some super things. Look at him, big unit.
Blue, step.
Now the set piece.
Yep, so that's you.
I reckon they're going to do something tricky.
That's
They
you
won't
for
want to
the
try
game.
and maul them, I think. So we're looking for a special line-out move here.
Lensley to throw it in, and just overthrew it. Unfortunate off the fingertips, and St Andrews get an opportunity to clear. Well, will they run it? You never know with this side for what they're showing today. Harding is deciding it's a nice right foot punt.
White, we need to be in and set, please.
Caught a short line out, Timaru boys. Full timber in the St Andrews side. Nicely done at 2. Taken in by Davidson. They're going for the drive and they've got the collapse. So they've done well, Timaru boys, but they've kept it going. Now they release it to the back line. And here is Latu out in the midfield, the big number 8. Superman. Taken back. It was Stokes for St Andrews who got in there. What will they do here, Izzy?
They'll go to the line out, set up a short line out. That driving ball looked quite good. 5-man line out, keeping it short and then getting the big man out in the middle, running hard and strong.
Well, he's back out in the midfield, getting ready again. Stokes got in there, number 7 for St Andrews College. Or they go to 2. They've managed to do it. Oh, taken nicely. Barnes got in there for St Andrews. It was messy ball. Very organised when they get the ball to St Andrews. Tick and go. Don't discount the fact that they might have a crack. The more that there's a turnover, is there a missed opportunity there? Looked like a little knock on, but St Andrews are carrying on.
Back.
Right foot of Harding. He's got a nice punt on him. Out on the full, carried back. Sticking with the short line out. Straight into the sun, Lensley. Again, St Andrews get up and compete, and they do well. Lovely dummy. What a great way to get out of your 22 for St Andrews College.
No, gone down. No one can get out of there. Blue going forward, scrum.
Just unfortunately for Timaru boys, that line out.
Yeah, that set piece is just letting them down. And, STAC are competing, which is making it hard.
Just listen out.
But yeah, if they get that set piece right, we'll give a good chance to get some points on the board.
2 big locks for St Andrews. Lewis, 6'4". Samuel Smith, 6'5", both over 100 kgs. Look at the history of these two teams. The last 5 years, or last 10 years, 2009 starting.
Great pressure on the halfback there. Here we go, another line out. Can they get it? Can they get the ball and feed Superman's Latu's going on the line out, so we're going to a full line out here.
What if they need a bit more height in there? And he's certainly got that. He is the tallest man on the side. Only year 12. Does a dummy. This time, I'm not quite sure where that was aimed. So another one. That's 3 in a row to St Andrews College. Off the feet of Timaru boys. And they're going to look to use the ball again. It's Harding. He puts the foot down, the number 10. Looks on the outside. He just couldn't quite link up. And now a turnover. And it's number 14 for Timaru boys. And Jed Symes. And maybe that's reward for the domination, but the luck of the turnover.
Oh no, STAC will be fuming with that. But that's all you need in the game of rugby. Little mistake there from STAC, and Jed Symes pounced on it.
Well, you play by the sword, you live by the sword, you die by it. They were looking to use it. It was a lovely break. It just couldn't link up. And Innes just hit the shin, but then Jed Symes showed that he was happy to have some space, and he's got plenty of pace too. A good way to bounce back.
Great way to bounce back. They'll take full confidence from that. Just need to sort that set piece out and then they'll be in this game.
Yeah, they looked impressive. Held on to the ball. James Robinson, the halfback kicking. He's hit that nicely. That's a lovely time of the ball. So Timaru boys bounce back. St Andrews lead by 12 points to 7. And it was the turnover. And then we're seeing today wingers scoring tries. That's 3 from 3. And all of them have been over 50 metres. This may be the first time St Andrews actually been in Timaru boys' half. And knock on by St Andrews contesting the breakdown.
No advantage. Knock on blue.
Unbelievably. They've spent their whole time in their half and they're leading by 12 points to 7.
I'm looking forward to seeing Timaru scrum here against the big stack pack.
I just need you to stay.
I'm pretty sure they'll go channel 1 ball and get it out of there straight away.
Can you just keep an eye on
I can tell you that St Andrews front row, Sexton 105 kgs, Toga 103 kgs, nicknamed Mini, and Calder 115 kgs. Is he?
That's a big pack. That's a big pack.
Pardon me, Densley and Jensen aren't too bad for Timaru boys, but they're getting pushed back. But they cleared it nicely out that channel into contact. McKinley does well, bounces out and gets on the front foot and sets it nicely. Quickly for Robinson. He's got his runners again. And the big boys from up front get out there and do some hit-ups. Back to the left. Yeah, the nice short ball. Holding on to it nicely here, Timaru boys.
No clear release. You rode him to the ground.
They look good when they're holding the ball, Craig. Just building pressure nicely. Boys are getting set nice and early, putting their hands up, demanding the ball. If they can just keep doing that, looking after the ball, they can put the stack side under pressure.
Yeah, they give up a bit in size, but the kick to the touchline, that's an outstanding kick. Brilliant kick inside the 22 again. The key is getting this line out to work.
Tempo, up tempo. See, the stack aren't even looking. They need to get the ball in quick when they're not even ready.
Another turnover. So St Andrews are able to work their way out. Nice work by Harding, good hands, carried back, still running. Good pressure though by Timaru boys in defence. Not allowing him to get it out. Parry with a low rubber kick. Timaru boys looking to use it. Kinlay is taking in the ball into contact, off to his midfield partner Parker. Again, St Andrews contesting the breakdown initially. Boys up front doing some work, not afraid to get in there. The turnover's good, and I think that might be the number 8 Carr who got in there. He did well, it was all about timing. An opportunity now for St Andrews to use the ball. And actually, good hit too there. Latu got up quickly, a spot tackle. Have they got the turnover?
Counter-ruck's fine.
No, St Andrews have done well. Terry likes to run with the ball. Smith on his hit. Done well, St Andrews.
Roll out, yep. 4 wide.
Doesn't that Perry look
Roll
good?
out.
Like all good halfbacks. Doesn't pass it very often.
He likes to snipe, but he's made good decisions when he's done it.
Yep.
And I suppose at the moment, Timaru boys is, they think they're going to go wide. They're looking to fan out straight away. So there'll be some holes around this.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Any good halfback. Reminds me of a TJ Perenara, always sniping, always looking.
It's a good hit there by Latu, ball and all. St Andrews, they're going to go for the drive, and they've got it going. They'll be backing themselves over the 22. They're still going forward, they're nicely formed, and they go to ground now. Bit of a juggle and held on. Calder. Still advantage for collapsing the ball. An opportunity to release the back line. Number 12. Haiti.
No
We'll go
advantage.
back,
Knock on
collapsing the
there.
ball.
4 white. Collapsing.
So they trust that line out again, as he wouldn't, mate. That was a lovely set play.
Yeah, that was a great setup from the forwards there. Not that I know much about that set
Neither do
piece,
I.
but hey, they get their heads in dark places there and just do the work.
It doesn't matter now you commentate, you can just make it up.
I am making it up, bud. I don't know what happens in there, but the stack line out just looks a lot more assured and a bit more relaxed, and the throw is hitting the mark, and yeah, it's going to be tough to stop this more, I'm pretty sure.
You just Google rucks and balls and read the quotes, is he? That's what you do?
Yep.
Oh, it's a straight play, brilliant!
Special there.
They did a dummy up the top. That was the open side flanker who came around the front, and they completely bamboozled Jack Stokes.
Where do we see that? Johannesburg, McCaw, a la 2015. They've been watching a bit of analysis on the TV.
That time that one went 5 though, didn't it? I don't know if McCaw's did. Wasn't there talk about that?
Well, I'm glad it did. I was playing in that game and I got subbed off early because I was playing terrible.
Gee, they've shown some creativity, St Andrews College. You can see why they're 5 from 5 in the UC Championship. They've got the ability to go wide. They've already shown us their scrum is excellent. The line out now, the variation. You're thinking the tall timber of Lewis and Smith were going to get it. And Jack Stokes had a set play with Togger, and he came around the front. That nicely. And over. That's what he was doing in the warm-ups. Lovely conversion. And a hot start for St Andrews College, leading 19 points to 7.
Look after the ball!
Spent a lot of time though in this corner of the park of St Andrews College, but they've always worked their way out nicely. Harding, who's showing he's got lovely direction as a 10. That's a nice kick, really nice kick. Kept it low.
Great exit from Harding, and the big pack of STAC will be looking up and giving him a pat on the back there.
Who's on me? Ready, Jimmy, ready?
Nicely done this time by Timaru boys off the top, an opportunity. Looking for the offload, and the line was Allen. He's been held up though. The midfield of Tawiti and Clark have been managed to hold the ball up, and they won't let it get out of there. Good defensive work by St Andrews College.
And white, scrum, blue ball.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry.
They actually had a bit of time
Let's
to get the ball wide there, Azzy, but just got caught up in the midfield.
Yeah, just got caught up there, the fullback. Ryan Allen, just looking for the offload, couldn't get it away. But this is a backline's nightmare if you're defending this. You got both sides to attack. You got Samaki on the left here, he could go blind. So it'll be interesting to see what they got. Samaki's rolling around by 10 there.
Yeah, he might get outside or inside 10. There he is. Yeah, nice bit of defensive work though by Timaru boys. Plenty of courage, McKinley. And again now the midfield, Parker doing a good job. So they're not shying away, Timaru boys. But it's a lovely ball again, and now the big run has come in for St Andrews College. Sexton got over there quickly from the scrum. Nice hands. And here is Tawiti. He's a strong runner. They have plenty of size and power in that midfield. Another snipe by Parry. That'll be the 6th time he's done it. Harding goes into halfback. Up to the right. Just missing the link there. Harding was a bit deep. Tawiti managed to clean it up. But good defensive work by Timaru boys. The turnover, but done illegally.
Like in form 6. Hands.
Timaru is starting to bring a bit of line speed there. They'll be happy with their defence. They're getting off the line, putting STAC under a bit of pressure. Creating opportunities for that Jackal.
Well, they know they need to, but it was good line speed because there's plenty of power from 12, 13, 11 for St Andrews. You give them pace that we've already seen in the first 5 minutes from the top. Nicely taken in by Carr. 15 metres to go. I've got a feeling they're going to hold it in here. Timaru boys are folding around the outside. The collapse again, and the penalty, they'll have to be very careful. And they're going to go quickly. Parry, this time to Clark, the captain. Gets rid of one. Held up by two. Good work. Timaru boys, they'll need to clear it quickly. And the big boys get in there. Man, it looks like Sexton. Has he got it down? He has.
Ball's touched the ground there. Try.
Great work from the skipper there, Dominic Clark, putting on some good footwork here. Little step off the left foot. What I love about this, he fights to get to the ground. He could have been held up there, Craig.
Yeah, he was
Certainly
through the
does.
side, but then he tackled
What I
the
like
player.
as well was it could have been the easy option of just kicking for the line out. And they know they've got a good drive, but the backs want the ball as well.
Yeah, and we don't get it very often if the forwards are around that 5 metre mark, especially back in Christchurch at the moment with our forward pack.
Nearly had a charge down there.
But he still can't tackle the player when it's
And this took his time, and I've got a feeling it may have been touched by the player sprinting out by Timaru boys, but it went over. So St Andrews College now lead by 26 points to 7. Here's the try scorer, gets it off the kick-off. Oh, the offload out the back of the hand. Trying it all. Now back to a little bit of structure.
Good work, thank you.
Big ball runners doing the work. In the background, the noise. Great work there by Timaru boys.
Strong position.
And like all good open sides, George Brown was there. And the Timaru boys score was watching. They're watching Superman. It's Latu on the break. On the back of the school doing the haka in the grandstand. Will it fire them up? That's a good hit. Talk of it. Timaru boys do well. They're recycling it, staying the short side. The man who got the turnover, Brown.
No hands, good work.
Luke Waite. There's Latu again standing out wide. Just had to take a bit of a stutter step to get his balance.
First in.
And the turnover by St Andrews. Oh, it's a good tackle.
Thanks, Steve. You were fine, just a full
Gee
pass.
whiz, George Brown, hasn't he had a big 2 or 3 minutes, the open side for Timaru boys.
Like all good captains, lead from the front, carry hard, tackle hard. I love what Timaru are doing here though. They want to play fast. They want to keep the set piece out of the game and just play quick.
Looking to go blind a lot too. Staying away from that big field of St Andrews College.
And I spoke about it before, they need to get set early, look up, see the space and then demand their ball. And that's what they're doing well. Just both sides of attack.
Got to change, number 3. Jensen has been replaced by Olagi, number 16.
We've had good scrums so far. Let's keep the standard, keep the gap.
I wonder if that's a tactical substitution or has there been a bit of a head knock? 25 minutes into it. Plenty of players getting in line for the Rebel Sports Player of the Match.
Crouch.
Number 9, Joel Terry for St Andrews. Big influence so far.
Set. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, tough job. That's your job today, is it? Rebel Sport Player of the Match. You've got to pick
We just
one.
need to get more height.
One.
Both
Well, there's a
teams.
few players out there that are playing well. I like Perry. He's looking good.
Yeah.
And then we've got Harding. He's steering the team around. He's putting STAC in the right areas of the field. And then you got Superman. He's a few good carries out there as well. So it's going to be tough.
Well, it's going to be different. We normally, Willie Losey, Ken Laban,
Crouch.
commentary here on Land Rover First 15. It's always a forward.
Fine.
He'll be getting the Rebel Sport voucher.
No, we'll go in the back line, bud. You know me.
Oh, look at that. That's a huge scrum. Someone's got tipped upside down. But here we go in the midfield. McKinley's shown plenty of courage, and they're going to go quickly again.
The shoulder.
And they do. Robinson goes, and there you go. Brown on the inside. He's had a really big last 5 minutes. Davidson just gets caught short. The hand in there. Maybe it's been missed. Went straight to ground. Well done. The right winger wants some work. Symes, who scored the only try so far for Timaru boys. Here is Superman. Latu with a drive. Davidson for his second pick and go.
Release!
Oh, he's rolled and rolled and rolled. And
time off.
I have a feeling he was held because he got called to release and then rolled.
Was that him to release or the tackler? Oh.
Yeah, I'm happy with grounding too. I haven't seen a double movement. I believe he's just stretched out and scored.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Wow, the try's going to be awarded. And
So
St
there's no
Andrews
double
College,
movement. He's just reached out and scored the try.
they bounce back. Timaru boys, good continuity of play. Question was he held? I don't know if he was. I think they had him at one stage and then just reached out.
The big man. He's got long levers. He's allowed to do that. He's allowed to place the ball in either direction. What I love about that is just, it doesn't matter what number's on your back. You saw a winger in there demanding the ball off the ruck. You know, boys are putting their hands up, and Timaru just wanting to play with speed and keep the big STAC forward pack moving.
James Davidson, number 4 with a try. Another kick for, man, it's been impressive too. James Robinson, number 9 for Timaru boys. Another sweet strike straight down the middle. 26 points to 14. And Timaru have worked exceptionally hard for their 14 points. For St Andrews College, turnover's been dangerous. Plenty of families travelled down from Christchurch. Good crowding.
Advantage. Knock on White.
Barnes with the turnover. Harding, quick hands. Another good lot of defence. Nothing surprised you. George Brown, number 7 for Timaru boys.
They're able
to hold him up. They told him to let go of the legs. They've got to release, which they do. Just Tom Lewis doing the work. Timaru boys will be really keen to hold out St Andrews College here. 6 minutes to go before half time. They're pushing them back from a bit more depth now. Kawiti, strong runner. Harding. Lovely offloads, and now Harding's got the opportunity on the outside. Closed very quickly again, that defence from Timaru boys. Sexton, the try scorer, with a good run, but he's fallen awkwardly. And the turnover is it. Knock on. Brilliant defence by Timaru boys.
Timaru will take a lot of confidence out of that. What I'm loving is their line speed. I spoke about it earlier, Craig, and they're wanting to get up. They're wanting to make tackles because you've seen what the STAC team can do. If you give them time, they can tear you apart. So Timaru boys will take some confidence from that.
Yeah, just
got to show a lot of courage, don't you, Izzy, to be able to, especially the size of St Andrews across the park.
Yeah, you've got to put your head in some dark places there. And I'm seeing Latu, I'm seeing Lindsley and Jansen, the big boys getting off the line and trying to make these tackles.
Crouch!
It's been a big 10 minutes too for the open side. Skipper George Brown, year 13, third year, and the first 15, metre 83, 90 kgs.
Yeah, longer, please.
Last scrum didn't really work out that well for Timaru. One of their players just about got flipped out.
Channel 1 again. Channel 1, get it in now, quick.
Do you know what that actually means?
I think it's, instead of going to the hooker, you just go straight in between the hooker and the prop, the first prop. So it's channel 1 boards just go straight through, and then the locks don't touch it. Right. And it's just out quick.
Is that when you put a spin?
More height. Scrums have been really good.
Is that when you put a spin on it as a halfback and it just curves its way down? Are you allowed to still do that?
No, I think it's still got to go in straight, but I think, yeah, you just kind of work your magic, as any good halfback does.
You've got to have the tricks.
Crouch!
There's an art to making it look straight, as he then it just turns a little bit like a leg break.
Set!
White, blue!
There it is, they've done well, Timaru boys. Playing for a little bit of field position. Good positioning by Innes for St Andrews College. They don't want to let him get away. The Mucky was in the Foreground there. Harding
Stop, 5.
didn't quite time that one that well, but it's
On now.
plenty of space that's going to land in.
Backwards.
Cameron does well, the left winger for Timaru Boys, but St Andrews there very quickly. And it looked like Torrin Barnes, who was able to get his hands on the ball.
Just watching Harding there, I don't know if he meant to do that, but it worked out well. They got a penalty from it.
Just on the 5.
Looking at some of the frames of these guys, is he? Number 6 for St Andrews, Torrin Barnes, who did brilliantly here. The blind side just got in there, number 6. Maybe the elbows went down first.
Big lads. They got a great trainer, and Tomo, I've been training with him a fair few times, and you know they're learning from the best.
Turnover now though for Timaru Boys, they've done well. Lensley, the hooker, and a pick and go. Not afraid to mix it up in the middle. And they're going to go quickly again. Robertson ran into Smith though, the lock for St Andrews College. And maybe they might slow it down now, Timaru Boys. A minute and a half to half time. Nicely, good touch finder. First time St Andrews, the line out hasn't quite worked for them. They've been very good at the set piece.
Close step, please.
Lensley now will be looking for his jumpers. He does well off the top. Good ball for the back line again, just slightly behind, stopped. And a turnover, knocked down. That'll disappoint Timaru Boys heading into half time.
Knock on, White.
Plenty of space, but it was just one pass. The centre Parker was looking for the offload. Dangerous time for Timaru Boys, an opportunity to strike for St Andrews College. Their scrum has been so dominant. Sexton, Hooker and Calder. Close to 325 kgs front row. But they've shown how mobile they are today as well. So the set deep, St Andrews, classic formation, good scrum. Harding out the back. The skipper Clark with a lovely pass, and here is the pace. The kick and chase, but it goes out. Harry Waglin, who's already shown with that chip and chase what he's good is. Timaru Boys go quickly. They're on the counter attack, and they put a big right foot boot down inside the 22. That's an excellent way to exit. And Innes with the left foot. That should just about do us. No, hasn't found touch. More rugby to be played. Both teams. Allen with a nice step, gets past one. The wide pass to Latu, Superman, turned it over. He was about to run through a gap, and now St Andrews have an opportunity. Both teams just don't want to give up this first half. Doggo takes it into the contact, sets it up. No surprise again, Brown being in there trying to disrupt things. More control now by St Andrews College. And I put the hex on him. Parry, he turns it over. Timaru Boys, have they had enough?
Advantage over.
The chip and chase. And St Andrews College are going to follow it back. And it's gone into touch finally.
Half time.
And that ends what's been an entertaining first half. It is St Andrews College leading by 26 points to 14.
Welcome back to Timaru. Here we are at the Timaru Alpine Stadium. We have STAC leading the home team, Timaru Boys High, by 26-14. We're going to take a wee listen in here to the huddle.
Quite hard on the ground. Okay, because I just look at the collapse issue on your side there. So let's make a real conscious effort, close that gap up in scrum time, you can have a go at them, okay? We're about that far away from Maxie turning one of their scrums over. Okay, so keep that work up. In terms of that contact area, okay, what do we need to think about working on there?
Just in the rucks, just dominating.
Get on the farm, do our stuff that we want to do, and we'll be okay. Scoreboard, boys. One try, we're back into it. Another try, we're right into it, okay?
I want that in the first 10 minutes, boys. We pick it up. We pick up the intensity and we keep going.
Okay? Scrum time, boys. Squeeze it up, okay? Just squeeze it up. On our pill, we're doing okay. We're getting it out, Jimmy, so that's good. Okay? On our pill on scrums, we're getting it out quick. Okay?
Right, coaches. Got plenty to stay, and I tell you what, there are so many highlights. This is off the kickoff. In the first 30 seconds of play, St Andrews went wide, and it was beautiful hands, and then Sumaki, we talked about him in the build-up, about the power, but he also showed the pace. It was a brilliant start for St Andrews College. And then, literally, on the back of that first try, the other side, and the other winger, we got the opportunity to chip and chase, and it was Harry Waghorn who showed some beautiful individual skill. And before they knew it, Timaru Boys found they were down 14-0, and it could have been another try, but a turnover, and Timaru Boys picked it up. And Jed Symes was able to race 50 metres and get Timaru Boys back in the game. The length of the field tries, and a beautiful set play by St Andrews College. Went to the front of the line out and scored. And then this was all about weight of possession and territory. The backs had a go, and then it was the big boys up front, and it was Jack Sexton who got over with the help of his forwards. But Timaru didn't go away. And James Davidson looked like he was held. He reached out and got the ball over the line. There was a conference between the touch judge and the referee, and they awarded the try. So it's 26 points to 14 at half-time. 4 tries to 2. We have been thoroughly entertained. The goal kickers enjoy good conditions. 6 tries in 35 minutes of high-quality rugby and entertaining rugby. Really good crowd in to watch. We've had the haka from the Timaru Boys School. This is not only for the UC Championship, it is a traditional inter-school for both of these sides. Half the school have gone up from Timaru Boys to Christchurch and playing up there, and then the other teams come back or come down to Timaru to play. St Andrews College talked about continuing to play with the momentum. Timaru Boys were addressing the scrum issue, trying to squeeze it up and get tighter. They talked about scoring next. If they can score next, they put pressure on St Andrews. Charlie Murray, the captain, on the sideline. And now again, Sexton from the kick-off. St Andrews College have got an opportunity. Plenty of depth here on the runners. Turnover off the boot, 2 turnovers. So it was deemed that St Andrews kicked it forward. This time Lewis doing the hard work. It's a big wide pass. Lovely hands. Carr to the line. I wondered then Sumaki might have had a crack himself, the left winger. Gee whiz, Sexton's getting through a lot of work. He'll be in line for the Rebel Sport Player of the Match. And now the St Andrews forwards are saying, you backs have had enough ball. It's time for us to get near the line. Brilliant continuity from the kickoff.
Let it come. Good work.
The open side, over. Jack Stokes, I think it is, who's managed to get in there with the support of Sexton.
Great start from St Andrews there. Wow. Building pressure, building phases.
That was the lock, Samuel Smith. Apologies. I thought Jack Stokes was there, but he picked it up. He was able to get over the tackler, which was George Brown, and with the support of Sexton, pushing him through, keeping him up, keeping the momentum going. Perfect start for St Andrews. Kick is over. So, perfect start, like in the first half for St Andrews College. The turnover happened, but Timaru boys then turned it straight back. So the lead 33 points to 14. Their 5th try in what is just perfect conditions for rugby at Alpine Energy Stadium. Harding, who's been impressive, the wide pass. The skipper out in the back line. Carr, knock on. So here's an opportunity again for Timaru boys. The right winger, Harry Waghorn.
No advantage. First blue, second white. Scrum, white ball.
Yeah, CP1 blue's got some blood on as well.
Blood.
You think Timaru have to be next to school, Craig? Hey, do they have any chance?
I was just thinking of that, is he?
Yep.
Oh, a bit of blood. Big smile.
You're a new man.
Bit of a head clash.
Let's keep the gap on the bind and keep our balance. Time on. Crouch!
Let's see if they've listened to the coach at half-time about squeezing it up in the scrum, shortening it up. Nicely done and nearly intercepted by Carr, the halfback for St Andrews College, but it's been ripped away. It's been turned over. Davidson went in, but one of the St Andrews players did very well. Not wanting to kick it this time, St Andrews. Oh, the offload, hit the back of the hand. Robinson did well, and the fullback Allen into the line, the grubber kick to his opposite. Dennis with a big left foot punt. Israel Dag he's nearly overcooked it. He has.
Oh no, unlucky. That was a big boot. Where's that been hiding? Must be a bit of a breeze out there, Craig.
Well, I don't think there is. You're just out there.
Yeah, no, there wasn't, so there's no excuses really. But that was a big boot. Was that Harry Waghorn, left winger?
Oh, I think it was Innes. Fullback.
Innes, yes.
Geez, that reminded me of you, actually. That
Six
big right
white.
foot hoof of yours.
Sub 6 white.
Not these days, Craig. Feels like my knee's going to snap every time I kick that ball.
Change, it looks like Ed, number 6, David Ed for Timaru boys. Looks like Latu is going to the open side, swapping with George Brown, who has now gone to number 8, number 7, the skipper. Quite sure who's come on. Another good scrum. Look out for number 17, Darian Dysett, I think, is on. Can only push a metre.
Metre?
Just stay square, please.
That's the law at schoolboy rugby. And then you've got to stop pushing.
Sorry. Can we get a longer bind, please?
I think.
I don't know anything about scrums, Craig, so I'll just stay out of it.
Bind!
Oh no, that. Just keep an eye on the bind. At the moment, I know that Timaru boys are under pressure. That's a better scrum. Out the one channel, as Israel Dag talks about the cut play in a bit of space and a good run. That time by McKinley. He's been brave, really brave today, and they go quickly. Robertson and the chip and chase, maybe not the greatest idea because his opposite Parry stuck out his foot, popped it up, played a little bit of football. Going to use it. Here is the left winger. So Maki, he hasn't had a lot of ball in space. Man, the turnover for Timaru boys. Will they look to go quickly again? They do. It's the skipper. They were back 10.
Release!
Oh, the double blast.
8. Cynical.
And Jamie Carr.
No, hold.
Ripped the ball out instead of releasing it.
No clear release.
Set play, they've gone wide. Here's Latu, the number 8. There, he's over. And Timaru boys, you said they had to score next Israel Dak. They've been able to do it through Latu.
The big man Latu, he's been playing well all night, carrying the ball hard, tackling hard, well deserved for that try. What I love is they're playing at tempo, Craig. They're keeping the STAC boys moving, and that's what they need to do. They don't want to go to set piece with this team. Keep them moving.
Thanks for that.
It was a nice set play. They obviously had set it up. The quick tap looked like the close runners were coming in. I think they were always looking at Latu out wide. So they won't go away, Timaru boys. Three converted tries. So Sexton's back on with that blood. He was replaced at one stage there by Simon and Harry Lemon.
One more back.
Oh, it's over the top. Sexton back on. Bandage on.
He's through the middle. Advantage.
The kick back. So they've got to regather. Gee, they've dominated the kickoffs today. Israel Dag and St Andrews.
Through the ruck.
Doing the basics well. After they score, or when they've been scored against, they're chasing hard. And there was a prop. The prop is beating the winger to the chase. How good.
Well, he's got the bandage on. He's already scored a try. The skill level of all the players these days is just from 1 through to 22.
Lines out, Mark.
Yeah, they're all pretty skillful. They grow up.
We're giving
just
away penalties.
throwing the ball around
We
the
need better
backyard.
discipline.
That's what it's all about when you're a youngster. You have no positions, you just play anywhere, and that's why all these guys can offload, pass.
I don't reckon there's too much offloading going to go in here. I think this is staying. Oh, around the blind side again. This time Calder. Whatever Sexton can do, his propping partner, Sebastian Calder, said I can do as well. Look at the two of them. They're big smiles. The two front rowers.
He had a lot of work to do there, Craig. Still had about 5 metres to go. Just put his head down like any good forward does and just barreled over.
What I liked is the
TRY.
Yeah, what I liked is when he came around, he straightened. Just there. Didn't get caught going sideways. Would have been easy to defend.
He would have seen that number 9 at the front there and just eyed him up straight at him.
It's another lovely variation they got off the line out. Their 6th try today. So it's not all just pick and go. It's not all just driving from lineouts. So the teams that have got to play St Andrews College in the UC Championship this year will be getting a heads up on how good they are playing and what variations they have.
He's human. He missed it.
Yeah, he quite timed that one as well as he has done. Just one of the areas, and I'll tell you what, having watched the Highlanders on Friday night, the kickoffs and how important they are. St Andrews College.
The hardest thing in rugby, Craig, is when you score a try to calm down and just get the basics right. Take the ball, get out of our end zone.
Back the Highlanders will be doing a lot of that training this week, is he?
That's what I heard from Aaron after the game.
And there's a great example.
First blue. Second white.
On the back of good defence from Timaru boys.
Did they retreat enough then, sir?
Yep.
Great opportunity for Timaru here. Midfield scrum. If you're a fullback, this is your mouth's watering here. You got both sides to attack. So they're going to go for a...
Just stand up.
They got 10 in the boot.
Boys know you're clearly dominant.
5-1 setup.
So really
Winger
listen
on the
out for
right.
that weight call, okay?
Opportunities galore here.
8-9.
I reckon 8-9 right, yeah.
Crouch!
Get Baglatu off the back.
Set! Stay.
The scrum screwed, so they weren't able to do it. Latu had to basically come from the open side the way it worked. Maybe good work by the front row for St Andrews to close it down. The replacement on for Timaru boys.
Advantage.
Plenty of power and pace coming in from the replacements. Sticking with the blind side.
No.
George Brown, he has been so impressive today as the skipper for Timaru boys. He'll be right up there for the Rebel Sport Player of the Match. And the knock on. Darian Dyson, I think the replacement.
Yeah, we're going back for the penalty, boys.
They're going back for the penalty. They go back for the quick tap. Caught the referee out.
Referee got a bit of a nudge there.
Hang on.
Someone dropped the shoulder.
9 back here.
You don't do that.
Roll out.
You don't do that, Craig.
Not on purpose, does he? No. Oh, turnover ball. Went back, so tidied up. Good weight. Has done well. He's got it back to his half-back. They're going to stick to the blind side. They've used that so well today. I can tell you, Izzy, while this Alpine Energy Stadium looks the way it is now, there's a whole lot of plans put in place for pretty much a rebuild. They're going to change it all up. They're going to modernise it. They're going to bring the grandstand from what we're looking at now over to this side, from the commentary and the camera side. The ground's going to be resown. Brilliant for the community. It can become a multi-purpose venue at the moment, just used for rugby, and as we know, when it gets wet and muddy in the winter, it becomes harder and harder. So good lights here at Alpine Energy Stadium. A real asset to the community of Timaru. There's that big left foot kick.
On now.
From Innes, and that's a good exit play. Symes, the right winger for Timaru boys, has done well. Latu just couldn't get any pace going. Got caught a bit flat-footed. Now it's quicker ball. Getting a wee bit one off. There's a hole for the centre, just couldn't quite get it out. Parker, haven't seen a lot of camera in the chip and chase. Just kicked it too far.
22.
Great option from the winger there. Just had to stick up a little bit short of that line. It would have been interesting.
Make sure
that pass with the hand would have been interesting as well. Craig?
He got through the gap, didn't he? Just couldn't quite get it out. Sort of had the ball hot, stuck under the wing.
Like all good player, tucked it.
No chance there of it getting past Pudney. They're all set out wide in the midfield. Latu again, very flat-footed. He's done well to get the ground. Pick and go, this time by Davidson, the try scorer for Timaru boys. He's played well, and the turnover by St Andrews College just got isolated to Davidson.
Hey. We don't need any of that, okay?
Great work there from the lock. Just needed to get the support there, but like any good six, Torian Barnes there got over the ball. And when those guys get over the ball, they're hard to move. Oof.
I was talking about it before and play went quickly. Joel Parry, this looks like he's done something to the knee. That'll be a shame because he is in line for the River Sport player of the match.
Nice tackle before.
But I was talking about someone like Torren Barnes. Blindside flanker, is he 194 centimetres, 100 kgs.
Big boy, and he's tall as well. So those guys to get that low over that ball, man, I don't know how those big boys do it.
So coming up here on Sky Sports, the home of live sport, we've got Napier Boys High, is he taking on Hastings Boys High Saturday, the 15th of June, 12 p.m. How big is this game?
That's the big game in Hawke's Bay. Schoolboy rugby, the battle of the boys' highs. Lindisfarne College played them a few times, and when I was back there, we had to play their second 15. That's how good they were.
And then on Saturday, we've got Sacred Heart taking on Auckland Grammar. That'll be 2:30, so back-to-back, live on Sky Sport. And unfortunately, a sad way to end.
Just wait till he's off.
For Parry, just clipped the knee. I hope everything is okay there. He has been brilliant today.
He has been great. I hope he's good.
Holding on.
Didn't look too serious. Maybe a little hematoma to the knee.
Certainly had a big influence in this game.
White, step down, please. Yeah.
Off the top of the line out.
Now we'll play on.
A little bit high. Lazy from Latu. Just got the shoulder, nothing malice.
Nice!
So advantage has been played. It's been played in great spirit this match. Harding with a little chip through. No real space. Playing advantage. Certainly looked to kick less in this half.
Yeah, they're holding the ball. Just seeing a little bit of space there, but they like any good 10, you knew you had advantage. Now they'll go to their good set piece and probably conjure up something clever here, I'm thinking, Craig.
Wow, try and work out their line out. What will they do?
They've done everything today. Willie around the front and McCaw through the middle. Nice kick here.
That's a beautiful kick. Yeah, and the coaching staff who the professor is doing at the whiteboard, normally you do that with backline moves.
Mate, I'd love to see a back in this mall, You've seen a few line-outs around the game these days, and you see a few backs in there not knowing what they're going to do. Deacon Manu, legend.
Simpler with this time off the top, and it was Carr.
Advantage, who is it?
Going to look to use it this time. Out the back. And a knock on. Just went astray, but there's advantage being played in a double blast.
17.
What's happened here?
17 and captain.
Number 17.
STAC will be happy with this. I forgot they had a yellow card, and they're playing smart. They're down the right end of the field with one less number.
So that's our third collapse maul in this area now. So it has to be a yellow card. Let's go to the bench.
So the third collapse maul from that part of the park. So number 17. Darian Dyson, who led the haka. Right, here we go. He's taken him there. Collapse, but they are 5 metres out. What's happening here? What's the move? It's the simple one off the top. They're going to drive it and they've formed nicely. Davidson, Lewis at the back. Number 4's got it, and he'll be over. Reward for a huge amount of work for the number 4.
Simple. Go to what works. The set piece is working. The forwards are doing well. Just great setup. Like I said before, Craig, I don't know what happens in there, but looks like they just got a great setup. Boys know what they're doing the basics, everyone nailing their roles, and that's what you need.
Normally the 6'4", 114 kg boys are in the middle of that doing the work, but Lewis came in, picked the ball up, year 13, second year in the first 15. They've got a great mix of youth and experience to St Andrews in this year's team. When you're considering Harding at number 10 is only year 11. Tawiti, their second 5, year 11. But then you've got the experience, Dominic Clark, year 13, along with this man on screen, second year in the first 15, year 13. So nice mix.
Great mix, and that's what you need in every squad is, because the squads and schools are always tuning players through, you need to keep building these guys for the future, and those year 11 guys will come up and they'll be senior players, and then they'll be playing and being the experienced guys, teaching the younger generation that are coming through. So it's great to see that they're sharing the experience and the youth around in the team.
Going quickly, Timaru boys, and they'll gather it through the captain, George Brown. He's going to find himself on the losing side today unless they can turn this around quickly, Timaru boys, but he has been a warrior.
Release 5.
Again, set up in the midfield with Latu. Just need to get him a bit more front foot ball and running onto it. Nice hands. McKinley sets it up. Back to the left. The hooker who was involved early, Linsley, hasn't had as many runs to... Latu. This time again to his open side skipper Brown. Just fights for every single metre.
No 6!
Luggy, number 16, back to the left. Nice pass, beautiful hands. Brown's just camped on the left. Luke Waite, who's worked hard as well, has not given up. Let it go, picked it up. So here's an opportunity for Timaru boys.
Off it! Good work.
Torgar tried to get it, he went off his feet. Latu close to the line. He's done well to hold him up at St Andrews. Again, Davidson, he's smelling number 2. His locking partner. Set up again. Just short, good defence by St Andrews College. This time, who's over? It looks like he's got there. They've done it to her, boys.
Thanks, Steve.
Latu again. But you just hear 3 names in all those phases. You hear Brown, Davidson, and Latu. The guys are just demanding that ball. When they get down in their 22, they're getting energy and they want it. There we go, Brown.
Thank you.
And who was on his hip? Davidson. Short ball and just a bit of power, good body position.
Yeah, tough to stop the big man that close.
Well, he got so low, didn't he?
Gets low. He gets support from his mate there, Ryan Luthwaite. So that's what you want. And I just love it that when they get down there, the boys are working hard, putting their heads in dark place and just wanting it. And Timaru, man down.
Yeah. That's a good point. 3 from 3 for James Robertson. Directed play nicely. Nice, very good timer of the ball. Another example of that. It's over. Make that 4 from 4.
Now this is the big moment, Craig. Every team that's scored so far has not caught the ball off the kickoff and got out of their zone. So if Timaru can do this, get down the other end, they're still in this game.
Well, yeah, if they score again.
Hang on, time's off.
Latu's just getting a bit of attention.
Nah, off, please.
Bit of blood. Yeah, it looks like
We just got blood coming off.
might have got a little cut when he went over the line. It's a big loss for Timaru boys. George Small.
High scoring game, Craig.
Yeah, and I think we've got some more still to come as he... Here we go, the all-important kickoff. Can they take one cleanly, Timaru boys? They do. I think There was the skipper who said, get out of the road, I'm going to take this one. Leave it to me. Oh, just lost his footing. An opportunity to exit here for Timaru boys. It's a good run. That's an aggressive run. Still going. Excellent work. And quick ball. Bit of depth this time by Timaru boys. Parker running onto it nicely. He's looked good with the ball in the hand in the centre. McKinley one off. So the midfield getting in there doing their work. They've just upped the tempo. An opportunity intercept. Quickly off the line was Connor Newton. An important turnover. Now nice hands. And 21. Jack Forrester, who's on the field. He was down to originally start and then got given the number 21 jersey as they turned up at the changing room. He'll be pleased to be on there. Timaru boys now have to go close to 90 metres. But a good turnover.
Holding on.
Jamie Carr at number 8. These loose forwards, if you give them a chance, they are over the ball so quickly.
Smiles on, yeah.
Sorry, it was Jack Forrest.
So what's next shot?
Son of Simon Forrest, ex-Crusader.
Yeah, he was down to start originally. He was on the team list, wasn't he?
Yeah, I read his player profile. He's a fan of me, so I had to remember that name.
You know what I was doing? I was just about to bring it down. I don't know whether Dad had told him to say that.
Yeah, probably.
Nice line out on the top. They went for the drive. There's no one. They did well. Timaru boys, brilliant play. They didn't engage, which created an instruction. They go quickly.
He's on.
Gee whiz, the skipper's done some work today.
Use it! Stop wide!
Right foot kick just
on now.
Falls off the right into the midfield. Forrest collects it. Nice pass, putting away the reserves bench. Good continuity of play between the outside backs, and this time Innes, and a good ankle tap. Oh, that has been the desperation Timaru boys have shown all day.
Yep, they've beat their hearts out there. I love that attack from the stack back three there. Getting the ball offloading, getting double touches, but just great bit of urgency there from the Timaru boys high.
The old ankle taps don't work as well these days because you professional athletes are just too big and strong.
You always anticipate it, so you always do like the little goosey, so you dummy it.
Stop, Mike. You're on now.
Not finding touch. So an opportunity for the counter-attack. St Andrews College. The replacements are on. Forrest gets in. He's been active to find the work, and he's still going. 78 kgs. Switcher rolls, but again, good defence. McKinley for Timaru boys. They reset. Next Aiken on number 20, then at halfback. With a grubber kick. It's an excellent tip too. He's found some space. Will it hold up? It does. Some brilliant kick and a brilliant chase too by the replacement halfback. The turnover's there. And number 19, Ben Farrell, first on the scene.
You're trapping him in there. We're having a scrum. Blue ball.
What a kick. That's a fullback's nightmare when it just falls short of the goal line, and he probably should have kicked that out to just go to the set piece, but great kicking, great chase from the Stack lads.
Oh, it was brilliant. Harry Dorr, the number 20. Sorry, we've had a lot of late changes. St Andrews boys here have been playing sports. What a great day it's been as we celebrate 10 years of Sky Sport covering First 15 rugby and covered the stars of tomorrow today. And today has certainly been an entertaining fixture. Anytime you see a scoreline of 43 points to 28, you know you've been entertained. Good scrum. Set play into the midfield. Harry Dorr.
Ball was out,
caught.
fine.
Just had a little look to see where he was passing it. Connor Newton, number 16, doing a good job protecting the ball. Now the big boys want to go.
Use it.
He's not going out to the backs here.
Go! Set the scrum!
Knock on.
Long place.
5. Blood's returning. Blood bin's returning. Sub. Just a slight knock on by 17.
Latu back on. Fixed up the blood. Again, it's been a brilliant day here for Timaru, but also continuing the coverage by Sky Sports of Land Rover First 15 Rugby. 10 years.
Crouch!
Shit!
Tell you what, Timaru will be pleased. They haven't had as many scrums this half. Is he?
No, they'll be happy. They'll be looking for a quick Channel 1 ball again, Craig.
Oh, no. Done well.
No, 8. Release!
Latu.
Good work, 8.
They're going to look to use it from their own goal line. They're going to chance around. McKinley, he has been really good today. Inside ball. Another opportunity. This time, oh, what a tackle. Clark over the top, but he held on to it. Body of work by Robinson, the halfback by Timaru boys. He got thumped, but he held on to it. And Dominic Clark, the skipper, he knew how important that tackle was.
That was a thumping tackle. I found it from up here. But you got to be happy. This guy's been great all day, McKinley. He's been leading from the front. And they want this. Timaru are here to play. There's still 3 minutes left, Craig. And it ain't over till it's over.
No, it was just lovely transfer of the ball, and what he got caught out. Bobble on the shoulder. And Clark, I reckon he lined him up from about 10 metres away.
He's been leading from the front, hadn't he, old Dominic Clark? He's been playing well. And wow, what a hit.
Crouch!
Looks like Robinson just dropped him back into fullback.
Set!
No halfback at the moment. So trying to play the extra defensive player. They go to the right. Nice inside ball, this time to Innes. Tell you what, every player they've got involved today. Turnover. There's an opportunity on the counter-attack for Timaru boys. Can they finish well? Can they finish on a positive note? They have not given in all day. Robinson back in there. McKinley.
Advantage is over.
Latu. They have got through so much work. Again, quick ball. Caught this time. Well done. Lower on the number 22 for... Sorry, Jenkins, number 22 for St Andrews. Both these teams will be knackered at the end of it. The ball has been in play so much. George Brown, skip up, an opportunity on the left. Good bit of pace. Replacements have certainly made a difference for Timaru boys, but a turnover.
Holding on.
Holding on. And St Andrews have been excellent whenever they've had the opportunity to isolate a player in the tackle, over it quickly. And who else? Barnes, number 6. That would be number 4 or 5 turnovers for him. 194 centimetres, just over 100 kgs, and his versatility, his agility around the field, his ability to work hard. Another contender for the Rebel Sport Player of the Match.
Hang on, boys. Hang on. We've got a sub coming.
James Davidson, number 4 for Timaru Boys, been replaced. He has scored a try, been a workhorse.
Time on.
William MacArthur on for the last couple of minutes. Harry Lemon throws in a turnover. Lovely ball. And here's the halfback, Robertson. He's recovered from that big tackle. Good offload. An opportunity on the right. Cut back in.
Yeah, good work, 17.
Another offload. They're starting to get that going in the second half, but we'll look again. Have a look over the ball. St Andrews 19 and 22.
Holding on.
Farrell and Jenkins. They have made a difference too, and that's what you want from your bench. They've kicked it out, and it's all over. So they turn over for St Andrews. They had the opportunity and they kicked it out, and that means Land Rover First 15 Rugby, the full-time score. That is the visitors St Andrew College, who go 6 from 6 in the UC Championship, winning by 43 points to 28. And what's been an entertaining game. Unbeaten so far, 6 from 6 St Andrews College. And the local competition, they're looking forward to Israel Dark very shortly, talking to the Rebel Sport Player of the Match as they shake hands. And both teams have entertained us right from the kickoff. In the first 30 seconds, St Andrews scored a try to Sumaki, and we knew we were going to be entertained. They backed that up, and there was some brilliant tries scored by both teams in front of a very good crowd here at Alpine Energy Stadium. Right, let's head downstairs with Israel Dagg, who is with the winning captain from St Andrews.
Well, here I am. I'm joined by the captain of the STAC side, Dominic Clark. Mate, you must be happy with how the boys went today?
Yeah, pretty chuffed. Came out with a good result at the end.
What are you looking for to do better in the next game going forward?
Definitely just fix up some of those disciplinary errors. Just need to be more clinical.
You must be super proud of how you led from the front, mate. You were everywhere. Your body, you must be pretty sore.
Yeah, that's all right. Anything for the boys, eh?
Well, great work, mate, and all the best for the next game. Cheers.
Yeah, Dominic Clark, he was. Clark, the injured captain, on crutches. We spoke to him before the game, but let's head back down to Israel Dagg with the captain from Timaru Boys High.
I'm joined here by George Brown, mate. You must be absolutely knackered. That was a hell of a performance by your Timaru boys. You must be super proud.
Yeah, I'm real proud of the boys. It was a bit gutting we let those first few tries in real early. I think that cost us the game really. We did work them quite well, got them round, wearing their forwards out, but just defence in areas was quite weak, which was a bit disappointing. But quality side from STAC there, they're looking very good this season.
Oh, mate, you got to take some confidence out of it. But going forward, what do you reckon the key moments and the key areas you need to work on?
Oh, just first 10 minutes of the first half was big. Let them in the game there, so if we can shut that down and stop them scoring tries, I think that'll help us big for the rest of the season.
Well, mate, you must be super proud of your effort. I'm pretty proud of how you went out there today. You led from the front, so all the best for the future, bud, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. He was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Right, the Rebel Sport will get ready for that player of the match. But the spirit of the game, a really important part of First 15 Rugby, and was the applause and the respect given by the home fans and also the second 15 to St Andrews College, the visiting team, and it is great to see that. It's a sign of values that hold very dear now to schools and also to Land Rover First 15 Rugby. entertaining game here at Alpine Energy Stadium in Timaru. It started off with a hiss and a roar up the kick-off. St Andrews College used the ball. They went down the left side, and Sumaki showed the power and the pace. He had been talked about a lot before the game, and he got them off to the perfect start. And then from inside their 22, Parry gave it to the other winger this time. Harry Waghorn, the chip and chase, it bounced back, and a beautiful individual try to the length of the fields. And Timaru could have dropped their head, but they didn't. And they had an opportunity, a turnover, and Jed Symes picked it up and raced 45 metres. Timaru, who had actually dominated possession and territory at that stage. Then a lovely work move in the line-out. Jack Stokes got it, and some weight and possession. Dominic Clark had been a strong runner all game, set it up nicely. And then the big boy, Jack Sexton, picked it up. And with Lewis on his hip, he got over. He fought his way, and the ball touched the ground. Timaru wouldn't go away. And one of their best today, James Davidson, near lock, reached out. There was a bit of a discussion about whether it was a double movement. It was decided it was fine. The second half, St Andrews started with a hiss and a roar. And again, they kept it in close. Real entertaining game. A penalty, and Latu, leg number 8 for Timaru boys, was impressive. Watch this move. Around the other side, and Sexton had a try, and his mate called and said, I need one too. The set piece was excellent. St Andrews. And it looked like it could have run away with it, but Timaru boys never gave up, and Latu deserved a try, and his power got on. But at the end of the day, it was St Andrews College who were too good. They stay unbeaten in the UC Championship. They won by 43 points to 28. 7 tries, but Timaru boys played their part by scoring 4. Many players stood out throughout the afternoon. Let's head down to Israel Dag with the Rebel Sport Player of the Match.
Joined here by the Rebel Sport Player of the Match, Joel Parry. You must be pretty happy with how you went, bud?
Yeah, it was pretty good. The boys definitely put on a bit of a clinic. Yeah, we knuckled down and didn't let them get on our throats too much, so we hold that on. Yeah, it was good.
Well, you picked up a wee niggle, mate. What happened?
I just took a bang to the knee on the side. Just a bit of a stinger. It should be right. So.
Nothing too serious, you hope?
Nah, hopefully not. Should be back by Saturday.
Well, also, you got a bit of a rivalry here with Timaru boys dating back 85 years, and you know, is this probably the biggest rivalry of the year for you guys?
Yeah, it's pretty good. We've got the cup up for grabs, so that happens every single year. Where we won it last year, so it was good to hold it again this year.
Nice, well, great. Well, what are you looking to work on in the next few games going forward?
Definitely like making sure our set piece and just the way we play, like front up ball, is the same as every single week. So surely just doing what we're doing, I guess.
Well, you're heading in the right direction, bud. 6 from 6, so you must be happy with that. All the best for the rest of the season, and I'll be watching with interest.
Sweet, cheers, thank you.
Yeah, he was excellent. Plenty of standouts today, but Parry, he drove the side around. First 10 to 15 minutes made many a snipe, which got them on the front foot. He does have a feature of having a very good front 5 in front of him, but his decision making, his ability to let the ball go, and also the defensive work. Unfortunately, this has picked up a knee injury and was subbed off, but very influential and richly deserving as the Rebel Sport Player of the Match. As the scene, players, friends, family discuss what's been happening. What have we got coming up here on Sky Sport? I can tell you it's the big one. Israel Dag talked about it. Napier Boys High taking on Hastings Boys High, and that is on at 12 p.m. on Sky Sport 1 on Saturday the 15th of June.
Kennedy, Symes leading Hastings, and now Napier Boys High School. Tyrone Thompson, what a player, what a leader. Weighing up his options, the ball's been charged down. Henry Williams, what a play, what a finish. Make a decision to make, takes it off for Danny Tuala, who gets a good try down the right-hand side.
Russell comes out again, throws the pass to Frank, over he goes.
Gets a good ball. celebrate or deserves to celebrate.
Yes, two very good teams. And then also coming up following that is Sacred Heart College taking on Auckland Grammar. That'll be at 2:30. Let's have a look back at the history of these two teams and the style that they play with.
An Auckland Grammar School side that knows destiny is in their hands. That goes Partai. Partai crashes over.
Jacob, some open space out here. They go wide. They should be a try. Superb. Absolutely superb.
Well, Mitchell goes on the blind side. Has Partai. Can't quite make it to the line. Pops it up. Try and scored.
Drum gone to ground, but it comes out anyway. Here comes Jacob. Stepper got the pass. Nice maneuver. Easy as that. Mahasi scores.
Yes, two very entertaining games coming up on Sky Sport, the home of live sport in Israel Dag. We've had an entertaining game here at Timaru between the home side Timaru Boys and St Andrews College. Your thoughts on the match?
It was a high-scoring affair, and both teams played well. And you know, speaking to the Timaru boy, our captain there, George Brown, he was sore, and you saw tonight he put a big effort out there, but STAC, they're just too good tonight, too clinical.
Well, they've got the opportunities, haven't they, where they've got a front five that can do the work. They've got a very good set piece, but they showed in the first 30 seconds they can also use the ball out wide.
Yeah, they had great variation within the game. Their set piece was brilliant, and if you have a good set piece, it sets you up for a good game. But Timaru, they played well. They wanted to play quick, and you saw the big pack. They did well. They moved them around. So Timaru got to take some positives out of it.
Yeah, and I thought their defence as well, the way they played, the way they stuck into it, they were certainly never gave in. If we just have a look at what's opportunity to stay in touch in the 2019 Land Rover First 15 Rugby, you can follow us on facebook.com/Sky Sports. We've got facebook.com First 15 Rugby. Then you can go to all the other handles. You can go to youtube.com on Sky Sports NZL. Of course, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. We can keep you in touch with what's happening. It is the Land Rover First 15 Revision Show coming up on Thursday, Day 8 from Timaru on behalf of the Sky team and Israel Dag and Craig Cumming. Good afternoon.
Advantage, knock on.
Hi, I'm Israel Dag. Went to Lindisfarne College in Hawke's Bay. My first 15 years with 2000.